I accidentally recorded my grandparents' last moment together. I received a fake camera as a Christmas gift when I was 8, only to find out decades later that it wasn't fake after all. Years back, I saw an advertisement for a kid's camera that had cute little stickers. The ad showed a bunch of kids at the playground enjoying using the camera, and I seriously wanted one too. At first, my parents said no, but when it went on sale for Christmas, they gave in and bought me the camera. They told me that it would be a good idea to try out the camera when I go to the park with my grandparents, and that made me even more excited because I loved hanging out with them at the park. I begged my parents if I could see my grandparents right away over the next weekend, and they happily agreed. I could barely contain my excitement the entire week, and I made sure to tell all my friends and teachers about my camera. Finally, the weekend arrived, and we set out for the park. For a few of the pictures, my grandparents took turns posing with me on the playground slides and swings. Then, I took the camera and asked them to pose together on the swings and to hold hands while sitting on the park bench. I felt pretty proud of the way I instructed them, like a real professional. And just like I saw in the advertisements, I took some pictures horizontally and some vertically to add a unique twist. When we got tired, we took a break and got ice cream together. Then, my grandparents asked a nice lady to take a picture of the three of us while we munched down on the ice cream. I eventually got really tired, and my grandpa carried me on his back to walk us home. Unfortunately, that had been the last time we got to go to the park together. My grandma ended up having a stroke, and my grandfather got ill from the heartbreak and followed my grandma into heaven. Years later, while my girlfriend was visiting our family house, she pulled out an old box my parents hid that had all of my childhood memories. She pulled out the camera and giggled when she played with the scrolling function, saying, "You look so cute in these pictures." I raised an eyebrow and said, "What pictures? That camera's not real. It was just made for kids." She shook her head and argued, "I had the same camera before when I was a kid, and you can 100% save and even print out all of the pictures you took. Come see for yourself." She handed me the camera, and I closed one eye to peek through the small hole. I placed one finger on the scrolling knob and went through each picture. A flood of memories passed through my head like a movie, and I couldn't fight back the tears that came with it. My girlfriend hugged me and smiled, commenting, "They're wonderful pictures. Why don't we take this old thing and find a place that could maybe get it developed?" She immediately whipped out her phone and searched for the camera model and the nearest place that could develop older films. We drove 50 miles out of town and reached a large vintage store that had a darkroom in the back. We paid for the service and waited about a week for the camera and the film to get developed and saved onto a USB. We then got it printed out on several large canvases. At the next large family reunion, my girlfriend and I brought out the canvases and placed on different stools around the house. A few of my relatives burst into tears, while others admired the candid and posed pictures. My parents walked around shocked and asked how we managed to do this all, and I explained, "You know that camera you bought for me back when I turned 8? Turns out, it wasn't a toy. I was taking pictures of some of the best moments from my childhood." My parents hugged me and thanked the Lord that they were able to see my grandparents looking so happy and healthy once again.